Hey guys, how you doing? It's KJ here from the Scariest Movie Ever. Now I wanted to make this video because I'm finding a lot of really interesting things in movies here recently. A little esoteric meaning here and there, some occult languages, and of course there's plenty of symbolism. But I'm finding a lot of the same subjects being tackled over and over and over again. So just in this last week or so, I kind of was in a mood just to see different movies. I don't do this very often. I'll watch a movie occasionally, or a lot of times my subscribers will mention something, I'll go check it out, and I'll find kind of symbolism there, or whatever I can. But just over this last week, I was like, I want to break it up a little bit and just check out some movies here and there at night. So I just kind of rented several different movies. And it's interesting because pretty much every movie I rented is what I'm talking about here. There's a couple I rented that didn't really have any kind of, anything to really discuss or any kind of interesting meaning, but these all do. It's very interesting. This is the kind of stuff I cover a lot of the time on my channel. Movies are used for predictive programming, for social engineering. Spiritually, we even see a lot of the spiritual dimensions, I believe, speaking to us in movies through people. And a lot of times the people don't even realize they're being used. Writers, directors, whatever. So we see a lot of this stuff in our movies. I believe that the fallen angels are working with the devil himself and the demonic minions and, of course, all the lesser gods. And they're all working together to create this reality that we're in right here. They are kind of our wardens. They're kind of our prison guards. So this is what we do. This is what I look for, and I find a lot of this in our movies. I also believe the fallen angels are the watchers, so to speak, or what we call the gray aliens now. So I'm going to get into some of that as well. But just check out some of the things I found here. The first one I'll talk about here is, this is the Immortal Instruments, City of Bones. Two Worlds Collide. This movie right here, I wasn't a huge fan, but it was interesting with the mythology, because what a lot of these movies do is they try to twist and distort the truth about the fallen angels, because all this stuff's kind of being run, in essence, in a way, by the fallen angels, okay, ultimately. So this story right here is all about basically the fallen angels being the good guys and protecting humanity. So actually I pulled a little bit of a clip from the movie, so just check this out real quick.
Singers summoned an angel. The angel Raziel. Raziel poured his blood into a cup, and those who drank from it became half angel, half human.
Shadowhunters.
As did their children and their children's children. Beings of immense power, strong enough to restore balance and protect the world in a war against evil.
All right, so I think you kind of see what I mean. That pretty much explains it. And that's not the truth, of course. But and it's not like this is the only movie that does this. I'm going to get to some more things here as well. But I thought that was interesting. Just another movie trying to twist and mutate the truth of the fallen angels and confuse everybody. Make us think, well, the fallen angels aren't so bad. They're good guys, right? So we'll go from there to something else. Then I checked out this movie right here. It's called Here Comes the Devil. It's a horror film from Mexico. It's a Mexican horror film. And this movie, if you're into horror and scary stuff, I would say check it out. It definitely freaked me out. But it was interesting because, of course, the story, I don't want to spoil everything here for you, but mostly the story is about these two kids getting possessed, and you figure that out pretty early on. And kind of the explanation is from an older man, but he's saying how there's demonic spirits roaming wild right now in these days, and they're looking for bodies to fill. And a couple of them found these children. So there's that idea. And I've covered that on my channel as well. I believe in that too. A lot of these, what they call bath zombie attacks and zombie attacks and cannibal attacks and things like this, I definitely believe those are demonically influenced. And as the veil is lifting and as we're approaching those end times, which I believe we're in, I'm not sure how deep, but we're definitely there, that I believe these things are manifesting more and more. So here's a movie about that subject. I thought it was interesting. Then, of course, I grabbed this one too, Devil's Due. I'd done actually a video on this one a while back. It's still on the channel. You can check it out. But this is a movie that actually asked people to change their religion to Satanism, and you could get like free movie tickets and maybe a free popcorn with that Coke you want to buy. All you got to do is change your religion to Satanism. And that really happened. So check out that channel, or that video on my channel. They even threw out some condoms here. Satanically transmitted devils is what they call it here. Fear is born. Protect yourself. And what was interesting with this movie, I thought, and of course, you gotta really hate that imagery, huh? Pregnant lady, actually. It's a pregnant lady right here. Devils do. But what I thought was pretty wild about this is it was the same idea. You know, not to spoil everything again, but kind of the same idea that it's about this cult that's running around grabbing these young couples, drugging them or whatever, and then having the women get impregnated by some kind of a demon, and then they have these different demon children. There's a scripture in the beginning of the movie that talks about not just an antichrist, but that there will be multiple antichrists. So that's kind of the idea, that this cult is running around grabbing people, knocking them up with demons, and then they're having more demon babies. So again, that's that same idea, guys, that it's here. And you know, you can't deny, we're seeing more and more of this stuff. There's so many movies out nowadays about demons possessing people, demons taking over, you know, antichrist this, demon that. So all that stuff's here for a reason. Like I said, those are definitely the times we're in. I'll go and jump over here to the next one. Well, here's another one. Speaking of the fallen angels and stuff like that, I'd grab Dark Skies. And Dark Skies is interesting. It also has a lot of the stuff in there about multiple animal deaths, but all the animals dying all over the place. So I thought that was pretty interesting as well, because we know that's happening. And then, of course, here's one of the Watchers. I've done a lot of videos on these guys right here. To me, these are the fallen angels. All right, these are the fallen angels right here. And we're all being indoctrinated into this idea that, you know, that they're going to be good guys, they're not bad guys, they're here to help us. And there is a fake alien invasion coming. I don't know if it's going to be UFOs in the skies or just one thing appears at the UN or something, but something's coming, and I've been talking about it for a long time. So don't be deceived when those days come, okay? Just remember God, remember Jesus when those days come, because that's going to be it at that point. So we had that. We had Dark Skies. There's one of them right there in the background. It was a pretty cool movie. If you like scary, creepy movies, it was pretty good. Pretty good. So anyway, we've got that one right there. And there's a few more I wanted to talk about. This one right here I thought was really good. It's called How I Live Now. How I Live Now. Wow, this really blew me away. I wasn't even sure what to expect, but it was really good, I thought. So check it out. But basically it's about, this is your FEMA camps. It's a movie about war taking place in England, like on England. And this young girl's out there visiting some kind of family, kind of relatives, I guess. It's kind of a weird situation. But she's out there visiting some people, gets caught up in the middle of this as martial law comes on and all that craziness happens. But it's interesting because how they show the FEMA camps in this. You know, they have these, they don't call them FEMA camps there in England, but they call it, just like concentration type camps. But the thing that was really interesting about this is that they have camps for men where you find out they take all the guys to the men's camp and they assassinate them, and then they put all the women to work. You know, they take them to workers' camps. So I thought that was pretty interesting right there. But it's kind of all about the fall of society and young love, of course, during the fall of society. But I thought it was really interesting the way they portrayed those camps. You know, so again, that's out there in our consciousness. We know that these kind of things are coming. You know, we know it's coming, especially here in America. So this is what they do. They kind of condition us on some levels. And, and I'm sure there's some people out there that are writing and trying to get the word out to people and things like that as well. I'm sure it's just kind of a mix. This is why we try to find confirmations in our videos as well. For all I know, the guy that wrote How I Live Now is a good guy. I don't know, because the camps don't look like a lot of fun in this movie, I'll tell you that. But moving along, guys, let's go ahead and finish her up here. Last one I thought was pretty interesting was this one right here. It's I, Frankenstein. A lot of things happening in I, Frankenstein. You can see, of course, the Illuminati one eye right there. I mean, we know all this now by this point. There's the Illuminati one eye. But the thing I thought was interesting that in this movie right here, this right here it's the Triple Cross. It's also called the Salem Cross. We'll just check out this clip real quick.
It must never fall into Naberius's hands.
It is but a book, Your Majesty.
It is written proof that God is now no longer the sole creator of
Objects
man.
can be made sacramental by marking them with the blessed symbol of the Gargoyle Order.
So as you can see, that's the emblem of the order. I, Frankenstein is It's another one of these movies with the fallen angels. He hooks up with these fallen angels, this gargoyle clan, and the Triple Cross, as they say that that's their symbol. But of course, it's got all these ties to the Freemasons and to the Jesuits. And you see right here's the Triple Cross right here. This symbol's been around for a very long time. You see it right here. And of course, look at this dirty old devil worshiper. And they got it right here on his, right there. It's the Triple Cross. So, you know, or the Salem Cross. And they put that in these movies for a reason. Like I said, it's not an accident, you know. But here they got evil, they got the demons, and here they got good. The gargoyles are the good guys in this movie. And again, it's the same idea as, I thought it was interesting, as Noah. Because in Noah, the whole idea is they have the fallen angels in these, like, rocks. They're like rock creatures. And in this movie, they have, again, they're fallen angels, but they're in these rock statues, these gargoyles. And at the very end, or at least for both of them, whenever they, quote, die or whatever, they get released, they both go back to heaven in the same way. Like in Noah, you know, remember right here's Noah, there's one of the rock creatures right there. But then, you know, whenever they die, in Noah and in I, Frankenstein, so to speak, they blow up and then they shoot back up into the sky, and they both do it the same way in both movies. Check out this clip here.
Remember, I have no soul.
God will surely damn you.
He already did.
Yeah, so do you see what I'm saying? And that's not by accident again. Once again, you can see this fallen angel theme in a lot of these movies, and that's even the same idea right there. They're just showing you. They're trying to, you know, they twist and pervert the whole idea, the whole word of God and everything, and the whole idea of these fallen angels being good guys. They're trying to put that idea out there. Oh, they're here to protect us. They're here to help out humanity, and that's not the truth. Anyway, guys, that's kind of my movie review, I guess. You know, just kind of recent stuff. I thought of doing individual videos, but what's the point? I think it's better to put them all together like this. And it's real. The spiritual battle's real out there, guys. It's no joke. It's happening right now. I firmly believe it. We have to keep our armor on, stay protected, because those portals are opening, and there's all kinds of signs and symbols out there that it's happening. And I'll leave you with this very last sign of that very thing. So take care, and I'll talk to you soon.
Sunday morning, above the West Bethel Presbyterian Church on La Brea Avenue, there's a naked man perched on the cross. Police and firefighters surround the scene while the strange behavior continues. After defecating, the man wipes his waist on the face of the cross. Alexandra Shadle looked out the window of her nearby apartment and saw the man up there, then ran down to the street and talked with him before police arrived.
And I said, you know, I want to talk to you about it. Like, is there any way that you can just come down safely? I said, you got up there safely, so you can come down safely. And he said something about jumping.